So, guys, we are off to go see Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I always get Dawn and Rise mixed up, because technically I think they should have been switched. Because...
Oh, yeah, that's
because the beginning
true.
should have been Dawn, and then it should have been Rise of the Planet of the Apes. But I don't know. I actually haven't seen either of them. So
we've seen the original, obviously.
Well, yeah, the one with Charlton Heston,
yeah.
and the one that Tim Burton did that was horrible.
Oh yeah, that's not great. But we actually skipped out on watching Rise of the Planet of the Apes. We went to Redbox last night to try to get it before we wanted to see the movie today, but we couldn't find it. And then I looked online, and people were saying, "Oh, you don't really need to see the first one yet to see the second one." So I think what we're gonna do is see the latest one, which is of the what is it? Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
And then we'll Redbox
Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
And then maybe we'll I don't know. So it's like Star Wars. We're gonna watch
see it in reverse.
Backwards.
Well, that's how it started. We first saw the Charlton Heston one, which was a couple of thousand years in the future.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna see it going backwards.
Get your paws off me, you dirty.
Get your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape. My dad knows it.
Yeah, well, he had it all queued up. He was like, "This is the famous line." I was like, "Oh wow."
My dad, yeah. It's funny. I was just like, "Dad, you're keeping it on there?" He's like, "Yeah, it's on his what is it called?
His TiVo.
His TiVo or whatever his version of TiVo is." So we love you, Dad.
But yeah, we're going to the mall. We're not like behind, but we're cutting it kind of close.
We got to be there in like 10 minutes.
Well, you live right next to the mall.
Well, yeah, but we just have to go in and find parking. But anyways, we're always like running late.
And I kind of want boba tea.
Boba tea? Wait, afterwards?
No, before.
Before? Okay, well then we're gonna have to hurry up.
You know what they have on, speaking of boba, because, okay, this is maybe a little TMI, but boba always gives you, or like if you have drink tea or coffee, it makes you like want to run to the bathroom, like all of a sudden really bad. I was looking on my AMC app, and there's a section that says run pee. I'm like, what the heck is run pee? And this thing was like the section where I can go and run and pee.
What was it called? Pee Time? I think the app is called Pee Time.
No, but it's on AMC. It's integrated with it. And then you have like Showtime. You have like the summary, and then next to it says run pee, and it says like, okay, your cue is this line. As soon as they say you have 4 minutes to go pee, and then come back, and then it tells you what you missed, which is in like super action pack. And if it's like important dialogue, then they'll tell you so you don't miss it. I thought it's hilarious, and it's good because you never know when you really need to go to the bathroom.
Very true.
And the movie is like 2 hours and like 19 minutes or something like that. Yeah, it's kind of a long.
At least it's not as long as
Wolves of Wall Street.
Wolves of Wall Street.
We were gonna watch that last night, but it was so late.
Or Transformers.
Pass.
Huh.
So okay, we're almost there.
So okay, cool.
It's
so we're gonna have to find parking, and we will let you know what we think of the movie.
Hi guys. So we just got back from seeing Planet of the Apes. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And first of all, we haven't even seen Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and so for having not see that middle one, or the first one?
The first one. Because
we actually didn't feel like we missed out on any sort of storylines, because they kind of do a quick summary of it at the beginning of the movie. Mm-hmm. So that was really nice. And
they kind of fill in the blanks too with a little, not really a flashback, but Caesar...
Like little narratives and like things like that. And little cutscenes, so that helps a lot. And Andy Serkis really gave a fantastic performance.
An incredible performance, yeah.
And it's just... I know it's all motion cap, but I feel like they really, really captured the essence of his performance, and it wasn't just masked by a CGI of an ape. The storyline's great. It's a really epic movie. I kind of like the reason I didn't want to see the Rise of the Planet of the Apes was because it didn't really interest me. Like, I really like my chick flicks, and I like the action flicks or thrillers, or like scary films and horror films and things like that. So it didn't really pique my interest. And this one, everybody was just like, it's so great. Everywhere I went, people were like, have you seen this movie? It's so good.
Mm-hmm. I haven't heard anything but good reviews about this movie.
Yeah.
And I see why.
Yeah, it's seriously fantastic. So, should you see this movie? I think it's a definite yes.
Even if you haven't seen the first one.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You can rent it after. Yeah. Redbox it after. and I think it'll make it a nice. Like, I think it'll make you appreciate it a little bit more, maybe. So let's go ahead and go into spoilers because that's the fun part. So if you haven't seen the movie and if you don't want spoilers, please click out of this video. If you want to know specifics, then go ahead and stay tuned.
Yep.
So,
so the movie actually started off in a really good place. It first starts off like establishing what's going on with the world,
virus
where
outbreak,
they were,
and what the humans, how they're surviving, and it looks like there's basically no trace of human left because it started out with the apes. And what I loved about the opening scene is that it looked like they were like sneaking up on some remaining humans.
Oh yeah,
that's what I thought. I was like,
they're starting off with a battle,
and I was like, oh right, this is gonna be a like war movie, okay. And they were just hunting, just looking for some game, and it's fantastic because you really see the leadership of Caesar and
the camaraderie between all of the apes.
Yeah, and it was so happy and peaceful, and they had a great family.
And then
it was
the humans came in.
And then the humans came and messed everything up. But the humans came because I guess where the apes were staying was at a specific
it was really close to a dam.
A dam that they needed to utilize for the power so the humans can survive. It's always about the humans, isn't it? So I mean, again, it's survival of the fittest. So I feel like I was like Team Ape during the movie. I was like, forget the humans.
They did a good job. You know, you almost the whole time you almost feel like Caesar should have just been like, no, just kill him.
Yeah.
Because it would have solved a lot of problems.
It would have solved a lot of problems, and you kind of start what they started with, like, oh, apes are peaceful, and they're a family, and they're all together, and they may fight with each other once in a while. They kind of like settle it like the animal way, like who's gonna win that fight. Like it's just good old brawl. But as it turns out, towards the end of the movie, even in the animal, there's still betrayal by his basically like second in command, his best friend, essentially, the one who Caesar freed.
Actually, it's very much like Julius Caesar. It's his best friend that stabs him in the back or shoots him with a gun.
Or shoots him,
and then makes it look like that it was the humans, and then that's how he rallies all of the apes to go to war against the humans.
Yeah, so that was really great to see that even with, they were trying to tell the story of like, oh, can apes do this better than humans? Can they survive as a whole, everybody together? And it turns out, you know what? I think everybody's just alike. There's good and bad in everything.
In every creature.
So, Gary Oldman is in this film. He's one of my favorite actors.
He's really good.
He can't do no wrong in my eyes. I love him. He wasn't like, the best guy. He was kind of like, he's a little crazy. He's off of the human race. He's a soldier. So, he's got that like, we have to survive and this is war now because they came and shot us even though we shot them first and all this and that. And
had very much a Native American kind of feel to it, kind of like, what is that called? Avatar?
James Cameron Avatar?
Yeah,
okay.
Not Last Airbender. Avatar, James Cameron, blue aliens. Where there was something that the humans wanted, but the apes were in the way.
So they're gonna go get it with force and their guns. But back to just CGI and the graphics in this film. It's beautiful. There's some close-up films of the big monkey. Was he a orangutan?
The gorilla? Which one?
Maurice, the one who was like the teacher.
Yeah.
He was like my favorite. He was my favorite. He was so just like zen. He was so great. And there was a close-up shot of him when he was captured by Koba, who was the ape that betrayed Caesar and captured them because they were too loyal to Caesar. And there was just a close-up of his eyes, and it was just so... And I was like, did they have, an actual monkey come in or an actual ape come in and be filmed for that part? Or would they have actually CGI'd it because it looked so real. So unbelievably real.
Yeah.
It was really great. And what was your favorite line at the end of the movie?
Which one? Oh, the part that had the best emotion and the best connection, I believe, and the best performance from Andy Serkis is at the very end, where I can't remember the human's name. That was really nice. Malcolm.
I think it's Jason Clarke.
And they have this moment to where they're like, you know what? I felt for a moment that we could have made it.
As in, because the movie ended with the humans have called in reinforcement from the military after they finally got the power and they made contact, and they were basically saying, hey, the apes they're powerful and they're advanced and we need help. And at the end, when Caesar basically defeated Koba and kind of gathered his I don't want to say tribe, his apes, his tribes, you think that this is going to be the end, and it's not. And he said, I wish. What did Malcolm say?
I felt that we could have made it.
We could have made it, or we really had a chance or something like that. Peace. And it was just, war is going to happen. So now there is going to be another one, right?
Yes, this one was way too successful financially to what is that called? To not make another one.
So if they make another one, great. And we didn't. This is the only time we always stay through the credits. We always sit through the credits. Regardless whether or not there's a bonus scene, we just, out of respect for everybody that's involved in the movie and their hard work, we just sit through the credits. Today we didn't, and I actually looked online to see if there was a bonus clip, so correct me if I'm wrong, but when I researched it, they said that there wasn't any sort of bonus clip, but at the end of the credit you can hear an audio of apes, and you also heard debris being moved, and some people are speculating that it's Koba's followers, who are still loyal to him, kind of dragging him out of the debris after his fight with Caesar, and maybe he'll return in the next film. Mm-hmm. So it'd be kind of interesting to see, because that relationship, like, Koba is that cutthroat. He'll kill
them all.
Yeah, kill them all and protect all the apes, and we're right and they're wrong. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. What's what? There's no good in humans.
What that one scene where they were like, Caesar was letting the humans go to the dam to fix it up so they could use it, and Caesar said, "Let them do their human work." And Koba just got upset because he pointed to all of his scars that the humans had done to experiment on.
He's like,
"Yeah, human work, human work." And
it was heartbreaking because he learned, and it's you understand the film makes you understand why he hated humans. He just didn't hate them for no reason. They experimented on him and they tortured him with all the animal testing that they were doing. So he had a legit reason, I feel, to hate them, and he couldn't just see another way. I mean, if you were stuck in a cage, how could you see another way?
Yeah, and Caesar even said that easily, like, the humans have only taught Koba hate. Koba.
Yeah. And
but where Caesar, he was loved and he was taught.
James Franco, and there was a nice little clip of flashback with James Franco, and he was teaching him how to do all the signs and like teaching him words and things like that. That was really cute to kind of look.
That's what I thought was really cool too.
They went back to his house.
They didn't just keep like the apes didn't communicate
just
primarily
like
through
with
talking.
Sound. Yeah.
It was all done through sign language.
It was so cool to see because the actors had to physically, and it was just flawless. And Dustin doesn't really like to read captions.
I'm dyslexic,
at movies, so and sometimes they go by really, have like a big dialogue, and they're just like, okay, you have like 2 seconds to read this.
Oh my god, what just happened?
Yeah,
but with this, it was very easy.
Yeah, and it didn't bother me that I had to read captions, so that was.
But also, it made it a lot more believable. I mean, because after a while, I don't think I would buy apes
being able to talk,
talking English back and forth to each other, kind of like we are.
And they really didn't. I mean, I would say the most advanced speaker was probably Caesar, and the rest of them knew words, but it was like that broken, like you don't come back, or like come back, and it was very, very broken. It wasn't how we would speak conversationally. So I thought that was cool too. Anything else we want to add?
I thought so. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, go out, see the movie. Highly recommend it.
Highly recommend it, and I think in the next couple of days we'll probably rent Rise of the Planet of the Apes and watch that too. So we can kind of meld the two together.
Yay!
Yeah, and that's it, guys.
Cool.
All right, that's it. So thanks so much for watching.
Awkward moment when we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do.
Yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.